Hey everybody, it's Heiden, and I'm back with the Hellsen versus Heiden campaign scenario 2. This is the 19th of December 1941, turn 13 combat replay and intel analysis. This is the birthday turn. That's my real life birthday, 19 December. So I'm hoping that Hellsen gives us some birthday gifts and goes easy on me so I can get my act together, because he's just not giving me a lot of time to put together good defense anywhere on the map. So let's watch this thing and see what he comes up with this turn and see where that Kido Butai is going in the Solomon Sea. I have no idea. Hopefully it doesn't strike. Let's find out. Okay, here we go. December 19th. That's my real life birthday. This is the birthday turn. Let's see if Hellsen gives me any birthday presents this turn. Tabo Island occupied by the Japanese. That's by proximity because he just owns everything around it there. Looks like he knows where my subs are at. Ah, another one of these fast transports. It's probably an APD. And he'll probably bring in just the bare amount of force necessary to take that island. And another one. Man, he's just grabbing every little dot. He's grabbing every dot down here. Ah, there it is, Shortlands. He's already in Shortlands too. Takes a little bit of loss there, but nothing major. He's grabbing a lot of real estate down there in the Solomons. Okay, some more of that. That's just supply being unloaded now. Alright, let's see what we got to deal with this turn. Did you see that float plane over Pearl? That's the Japanese float plane from a sub. Big ol' sweep over. Big ol' sweep with a bunch of zeros over this unit. He's gonna watch. He's gonna bomb this Sex mercilessly, because we have a lot of troops out there in the open. I have to do it to open up this corridor to get them out. Ooh, look at this. Did you see that? So, did you see what he did there? You saw aircraft that were sweeping, but you saw some other aircraft, right? Those were on long-range cap. So he puts those there so that they're always over the field. But you only see them when they actually engage. See, look at this. Look at this. Thank goodness. Thank goodness we were not flying today. We would have dealt with 40-something zeros and 20 Oscars. We would have been massacred. Okay, he's bombing Clark. Actually doesn't do very good with the ground stuff. The severe storm's helping us there. Targeting the airfield. And a little sweep. Another sweep, same spot. Yeah, see, I called it. I knew he was going to hit this hex really hard. We're going to take a lot of losses here. Oh, maybe not. Okay, I thought we were. This is actually really not too bad. A little bombing on Winchow. Take some minor hits here, nothing serious. And another sweep at Rangoon. Isn't this absolutely ridiculous, the amount of aircraft that they're allowed to have? It's almost a joke, isn't it? This scenario too, man. I don't know about this. But boy, am I glad we weren't in the air today. We would have never lasted with that. Okay, Clark Field again. Some sallies hitting this guy retreating along the rail line. No losses. Hitting the Temelo airfield so we can't build forts. And another big raid in this hex, just like I called it. similar rate of loss as earlier. And more, yeah. He's going to hit hard. He's going to hit it hard as long as we're there. Look at that. I totally knew you'd do this. But we don't really have a choice. Some lilies hitting the Lusu War area trying to retreat here. They'll never make it out. A little bombing here for fun, trying to slow us down. And another sweep at Rangoon. Just outrageous. I'll never put aircraft up if that's what we gotta deal with. Because they'd all be dead right now. Okay, same thing at Temelo. And another raid in the same hex. And another one. Oh. Okay, that's AM phase. We're going to have to endure some more here in a PM phase. Oil slick near Malden Island, huh? Okay, now he's hitting Rabaul. Got the Furitaka there, the Ioba. Alright, so 3 heavy cruisers, 3 destroyers, 1 AP, 1 AK. That should be all he really needs to get in there. He loses some casualties coming ashore. 16th Division. He brought an entire division here. I would too. An entire division. Yeah, he doesn't believe in going in light. And there's Nauru. So 2 AMCs and the destroyer Unagi. Okay, so I think we should be looking at some ground combat here now. I knew this was going to happen, so not much I can do about it. I like where we retreated to, though. That was the best possible solution for us getting across. Take a look at the loss rate here. Surprisingly high amount of casualties for the Japanese, considering what they did. Was this a shock attack? Yes, it was. It was a shock attack. That's why their losses are higher. Okay, and he's coming aboard with an entire SNLF to Nauru. That'll take that easily. That one never figures to last anyway. And then he'll capture basically all these islands that he wants up here. They're all his. Madness. Grab that one. Yeah, that's basically it for this turn. Pretty quiet. I'll take that, but you know, it's just there's so much on the horizon coming. Rangoon would have been a complete and absolute slaughter if we had been up in the air to take that fight. Okay, got another couple little ships coming in here. Hey, March Air Force Base. That's where I work. Grabbed another unit in Baton. Okay, well, I've seen worse turns than that. Let's take a look at the numbers and see what it's looking like. All right. So, happy birthday to me. Let's take a look at this. So, we'll start with aircraft losses for today. It's 1 to 6 in our favor. One of ours lost to 6 of his. We are reporting a Buffalo 1 lost due to ops. He lost to Jake, and Oscar, a Betty, and 2 Sallys. So, not bad. One thing I think is interesting so far in this campaign is that we've been more or less keeping the pace of his aircraft losses. Well, I wouldn't say a pace. We're ahead of him, yeah, but I feel like Lodrick had taken out way more aircraft at this point than I have, so maybe I'm just playing a lot more conservative. Excuse me, but yeah, we're not really losing a ton of aircraft right now, and I'm fine with that. Top pilots, well, whoever crashed was killed today. We'll see if we can pick that up in the ops report. Now, wounded pilots, I don't think we're doing so great. So looking at this, we have a lot of pilots that are coming back to group, but they're showing as wounded. So we're going to transfer these guys to the reserve and hope that we get some back. It'd be nice if we can get a few. We sure have a lot. AVG especially, man. These guys have just been getting ripped up. Okay. Looking at reserve now. This guy's out. This guy's out. Man, look at all these wounded pilots. Jeez. Man, what a shame. That guy's out, and he was really good. All right, so there it is. A lot of wounded pilots right now. Looking at the Army loss points, once again they ticked up a bit. We did lose something in China this last turn, and we're not putting a dent into his Army loss points whatsoever. Some of these were also from the Nauru Island, so nothing I can do about these losses right now. Ship sunk. This is interesting. Look at this last turn. We're reporting the I-169 possibly sunk near Savai, which is over here. So as I recall last turn, we did damage one of his subs near Pago Pago. I didn't think we damaged it that much, but apparently our intelligence apparatus thinks that it sank somewhere over here. So it's possible that it did. I mean, this is the route that it would take to retreat if it was damaged. And if it sank somewhere near Savai or Savi, you guys can tell me how I'm pronouncing that. That's good to know. So I feel like we've sunk a few of his subs this campaign, more than what this is leading us to believe. I feel like there's more than this, but, that's cool. We haven't sunk much of anything else, but subs are important, so I'll be happy to take those out if that's the case. We suffered no additional ship losses, and that's basically it. So get a good picture of this. He's doing great on points right now. He's about to break even here, and we're not even out of December yet. Now, let's take a look at the SIGINT. And I got to tell you, our code breakers have done some amazing work today. Look at the detail we've got today. 140th Infantry Regiment located at 11045. That's over here. Check this out. 11045. So he's got that unit there. 173 aircraft based at Yokohama, Yokosuka. So we know exactly how many aircraft he has here based on our code breaker. So that's pretty cool. Let's see what else. We have some combat units moving to Camaran Bay. Okay. And check this out. 1st Raiding Regiment is planning for an attack on Port Blair. That's very interesting to know. So the 1st Raiding Regiment is a parachute infantry regiment, and Port Blair is right here. So he's planning on doing a parachute drop of some sort at Port Blair with the 1st Raiding Regiment. Either that or he's just going to use them and sail them out conventionally on a ship, but I mean, why would you use that kind of unit in that way? So he's looking to take Port Blair, which will give him a great seaplane base to keep eyes on all of the Bay of Bengal. So that's a smart move for sure. We'll see what he does with that. Let's take a look at the operations report. And as always, what I'm going to do here is just kind of scroll through it quickly, and I'll point out noteworthy things for those of you who may be watching this on mobile and can't really, see what I'm reading. A lot of this stuff is just gee whiz information. Okay. Oh, we got a destroyer ready to go at Surabaya. He captures Nauru Island, Musau Island, and Manus as well this turn. Port Moresby fort comes up. Oh, okay. This convoy disbands. I think this was over in what do you call that? Cape Town. They bring supplies and fuel, things like that. So the Irene DuPont was lost in the 15th out there in the South Pacific, heading back to LA. We just admitted it. We got a few ships in. The Crescent City is a good ship. Perth and Abaddon pick up some stuff. The 27th Infantry Division arrives at Marchfield, which is actually where I'm stationed in real life in the Air Force, so that's pretty cool. And we got an infantry regiment in LA and a Philippine Army Field Artillery Regiment at Bataan, so that could be used later on. So those are our reinforcements for the turn. Let's talk about the overall situation, and we'll just briefly look at China because there's not too much going on here right now, but a couple things. He blasted us out of this hex, and we retreated this way, which is actually a good thing because that gives us a faster shot into retreating. If we would have been stuck back here forever if it weren't for this. So I'll take this speed boost up into here. We have 1800 and some odd AV sitting in this hex now, and the only reason is to allow these guys a pathway to escape. Okay, so all of these guys are currently heading into this hex, right? And these guys are just as a placeholder. We're strong enough that he can't attack us, I don't think, and blast us out of here. I could be wrong, but that's kind of what I'm thinking, that we have enough force here to just hold it open long enough to get these guys out, and then we will retreat as a group to Nanyang and then elsewhere. So that's what's going on right here. So this is our major operation in the central part of China, is extricating these troops and getting them out and up. He is continuing to hit Wenchao every now and then. This damage has been taking forever to repair. I don't really know why, but it's not like we don't have enough engineers to do it. We need to get that repaired so we can start working on expanding the space. We don't really have any other activity in this part of China right now, so we're just still reorganizing and getting everything ready to go for his eventual invasion of this central part of China here. Burma is still a big mess, and every day it's looking even more and more untenable. He still has troops advancing rapidly up the roads, and as you recall from this last turn, he sent probably at least over 100 aircraft on fighter sweeps over Rangoon. I fortunately just happened to have all of my aircraft training, right? That's all we're doing. So I didn't have them up in the air, and if I did, we would have lost 100 aircraft this turn. But what does that tell me? It tells me that this is not it's untenable already. He's already got aircraft in position to be doing that. We can't defend against it. His fighter sweeps are too good. And he's sending 60, 70 zeros at us. We cannot defeat those. So the other thing that I'm concerned about is now that he knows that he can fighter sweep this and we're not going to put up opposition, now he'll start bombing. So either we get out of here or we go up and fight, but something's got to give here, or we're just not gonna survive it. So I have to make some difficult decisions here at Rangoon in the next turn or two as to what I want to do with these aircraft, because if I don't think we can defend against these fighter sweeps, then what's the point, right? Why are we even going to put up a fight? Like, Burma's already lost as far as I can see. I don't think I can get in there navally. He's got more fighters than we do already on the 20th of December. Like, what's the point in even trying to fight? You might as well just fall back into India and put up a fight there. So, I don't know. I don't know if that's the right answer or not, but that's what I've been thinking about. So, in the next turn or two, I'll figure out if I want to try to fight here or not. It doesn't look good. Not much else really going on in India at the meantime. I'm already starting to kind of tighten up my shipping in the Bay of Bengal in anticipation of giving up on Burma. There's no point in having ships sailing into Rangoon if I'm not going to hold it. So it might be about time to start sending the ships to Ceylon and start reinforcing this edge of India here and kind of giving up on the rest of this. I don't know. I don't like that idea. I don't like the passivity of that type of strategy, but he's just coming on so strong and so fast, and he's got way more troops at his disposal than a scenario one Japanese player would. So it's almost impossible to defend against it, right? Just kind of mixed results here in Malaya. We're still trying to tie him up, but he still owns all of Singapore, and he's probably getting that under control. He should have this rail line cleared up pretty soon so we can start moving these troops further north to get involved with the Burma campaign. Nothing else really going on down here in the Dutch East Indies. We have some subs looking off the tip of Tijilat, but they're just waiting for our tankers to come out. That's fine. We don't really have a lot else going on in here either. He did not attack at Manado. We've got these guys moving west, so I suspect that these are it's a bombardment task force heading to Manado to do a bombardment, right? So I might try to move a sub up there to intercept them before they get into the hex. It'd be nice if we can torpedo something there. We have these guys down here, but I think they've been there for a while. I think they're just sending stuff into Sarong to build it up. This part of Australia is nice and quiet. We're still getting lots of fuel in from the Dutch East Indies. Down here is pretty quiet, but this is a serious problem that we've got brewing right now that it's going to be a huge problem. The Kido Butai was here last turn. Now they're here. Somewhere like there. So 8 is about a normal movement. 8 hexes per day going at mission speed. So they're heading southwest. So what does that mean? Luganville is now at risk. Noumea is now at risk. All the shipping down here is now at risk. And all he has to do is full speed over here one turn, and he's in striking distance of all of these ships. So what that means to me is I need to curtail any more movement of troops down here until these guys leave. What they had been doing was covering the rest of this stuff, and now that that's secured, he's going to head down here and try to disrupt us all down here. So I'm going to get ahead of this. He could either go over here or over here. So I'm going to pack up what I can and move it further south, maybe as far as Sydney for now, and even further south, because we literally have 0 fighters in Australia. We have nothing to defend against this at all. So all we can do is run away. 0 aircraft that can put up a fight against these guys, which is just absolutely pathetic. I can't believe the Allies let themselves get into this position in World War II where they had no fighters down here. Granted, the Japanese did not come with the Kido Butai to the Solomon Sea in the first 2 weeks of the war, but this is an ahistorical campaign we're playing, and Hellsen has those capabilities, so we just need to deal with it. And it just stinks that he's able to do this so soon when we are so weak here and have nothing that we can do to stop him. All we can do is run, and I don't like not being able to establish myself. I want to have a base that I can build up and have a fighting chance of defending, but we're not going to have that time. He has this massive collection of ships heading south, and they can basically run amok and hit everything they want and damage anything they want, impervious to our interceptions, and we just have to take it, and I hate that. That's what I hate about playing the Allies at this part of the war against someone like Hellsen that already knows what I know. He knows that we're weak and we cannot stop him, so he gets to come down here and just rampage and take out everything he wants, and I don't have a say in it. So all I can try to do is package it up and move it as far away as possible, as quickly as possible, before he gets here. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have to just get everything in port or at sea and head south while we can, because this is a massive force, okay? And he's got like a 4-to-1 bomber ratio, which is pretty impressive. I feel like he went light on fighters here and heavy on bombers because he knows there's no need to even have fighters at all. Like, he doesn't even need to escort this thing. His bombers can hit all these ports, all these ships, and we have zero fighter opposition to put up. So there's no real reason or need to carry fighters. So, yeah, that's the situation. I'm gonna be packing it up and moving south, and hopefully this guy runs out of fuel, needs to leave. But in the meantime, we're at his mercy. So, uh, put in your comments which way you think he's gonna go. Is he gonna head towards Townsville, or is he gonna head towards Luganville? Because those are the places he can realistically get uh, at full speeding at one turn, right? You can get about 18 hexes in one full speed turn. Granted, you're gonna burn a ton of fuel and damage a lot of ships doing it, but you can do it. If you want to power project and kind of prevent us from doing anything about it, that's how you do it. That's what Lodric was doing. He was full speeding at from outer space into places where we couldn't see him until it was too late. But Hellsen has been a little more uh, normal about this. He's just using normal mission speed because he's not trying to burn up a lot of fuel yet, and he knows there's no reason to even to do that to full speed because we can't stop him anyway. Like whether he comes in 2 turns or 1 turns, we're not stopping him. So he's playing smart. Hellsen is super smart. He's seen it all, done it all, and I've got my work cut out for him, for me. But you know what? I also like the guy a lot too because I talk to him on Discord a lot. He's helped me with a lot of things that I needed help with. Uh, he's he's just a good guy. You know, I don't like playing against him, but I like him. So please don't ever get the impression that I don't like Hellsen. I think he's an awesome dude. He's just too good, you know. And I hate when guys are better than me. That's the worst thing ever. So it's a healthy dislike I have for Hellsen. I don't like the way he plays because he plays too good. But as a person, he's awesome. Anyway, I don't think that has anything to do with anything. I've gone off on a tangent. I'm gonna end this video now. Again, make your predictions. Is he going to Townsville or is he going to Luganville? Because those are the two directions he can go. And we'll find out on the next turn what he does. And I'll catch you guys on that next video.